You're listening to the Small Business Accelerator podcast, accelerating success, one founder at a time.
With your hosts, Roger Bryant and Sarah Wilson.
We support small business owners, the little guys. We're here to help you win in today's landscape.
Join us each week as we reveal powerful strategies for small business owners that save you time and money.
Because we believe every small business owner should have access to Fortune 500 style strategies without breaking the bank.
Subscribe now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts to accelerate your small business success. Ever feel like you're drowning in a to-do list for your business?
Oh, yeah.
We've all been there, right? Wanting to grow.
Yeah.
But hiring more help, just not in the cards right now.
Yeah.
So what if I told you there was like a secret weapon to help you scale?
Okay.
Without, breaking the bank.
Interesting.
We're diving deep today into automation.
Okay.
And how it can totally change the way you run your business.
It's not just putting robots on an assembly line, though, is it?
Right. We've got these two awesome sources.
Okay.
One is this super in-depth look at the benefits of automation and strategies, and even some real-world success stories.
Yeah.
And the other is like a quick start guide specifically for small business owners.
That's a good place to start. Yeah.
Okay, so first things first.
Yep.
We got to demystify automation.
Yeah.
What are we even
talking about?
Think about all those repetitive tasks that just eat up your day.
Yeah.
Like copying data, sending invoices, scheduling appointments.
Those mindless tasks that just
Right.
drain your energy.
They are prime candidates for automation.
So you can basically hand them off to a tireless digital assistant that never complains.
Right.
Works 24/7.
24/7, no complaints.
Okay, so it's more than just scheduling those social media posts like I do now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a whole spectrum of tasks and processes.
Mm-hmm.
You've got simple, rule-based automation.
Okay.
Where you set up a system like Zapier
Yeah.
to say, automatically save attachments from your emails to a cloud storage folder.
Oh, that would save me so much time. Seriously. And then you have more complex automation involving machine learning, AI.
AI, yeah.
Like chatbots.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
That can answer customer questions, even personalized recommendations on your website.
That sounds super sophisticated.
It can be.
So beyond saving time, though, what are the real benefits of automation?
Well, for starters, it's a massive efficiency booster.
Okay.
Automated systems work faster. They're more accurate than humans.
Okay.
They don't need sleep or coffee breaks.
Right.
And did you know that bad data costs U.S. businesses about $3.1 trillion every year?
No way?
Yep.
Really?
Automation can help reduce those errors
Okay.
and make sure your data is spot on.
Okay, that's a benefit I can definitely get behind.
Yeah.
Increased efficiency, less human error.
Uh-huh.
But what about the bottom line?
Yeah.
Does automation actually save money?
It can absolutely.
Okay.
Think about it.
You're essentially reducing the need for additional staff for those repetitive tasks.
Right.
Which means lower salary costs, fewer benefits to pay out, less time spent on training.
Less training.
Plus, when you factor in the increased productivity, you're getting more output with less input.
Okay, now you're speaking my language.
Right.
Fewer errors.
Yeah.
Cost savings. I'm starting to see the appeal here.
Yeah.
But what about scaling? That's a big goal for a lot of business owners.
Yeah.
Including me.
Yeah.
How does automation fit into that picture?
Scaling's all about growing your business smoothly without things falling apart at the seams.
Yeah.
Think of it like handling 10 times the customer orders without needing to hire 10 times the staff.
So automation helps you manage that growth without getting overwhelmed.
Exactly. Instead of constantly scrambling to catch up, you've got systems in place. Right.
That can handle the increased workload, allowing you to focus on strategic decisions and big picture growth.
So that's impressive.
Yeah.
And I think it explains how companies like Amazon and Airbnb have achieved such massive scale.
There are tons of resources.
They do.
Yeah.
But how can a small business owner like me realistically pinpoint which tasks to automate?
Start by paying attention to your daily routine. what are those tasks that feel like a constant drain on your time and energy?
You mean like responding to frequently asked questions from customers? Or maybe even managing my social media posts?
That's a great example.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Those are things that can easily be handled by automation tools.
Okay, that's a good starting point.
Yeah.
But I have to ask the question.
Sure.
That's probably on everyone's mind.
Go ahead.
Will robots take my job? That's a common concern.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's more about evolving roles than eliminating them. Instead of seeing automation as a threat.
Right.
Think of it as a way to free yourself from the drudgery.
Yeah.
So you can focus on more strategic, high-value work that only a human can do.
Okay.
For example, Company Dama saw a significant increase in employee satisfaction after implementing automation.
Oh, interesting.
Employees were able to use their skills for more interesting projects.
So it's not about being replaced.
Yeah.
It's more about...
It's about being empowered to work smarter, not harder.
I like that.
Right.
Work smarter, not harder.
And that's where that Automation's Made Easy course comes in.
Okay.
It's all about breaking down the process of automation into simple, manageable steps, even if you're not a tech whiz.
That sounds really reassuring.
Yeah.
So we've talked about the why of automation.
Right.
But let's get down to brass tacks.
Okay.
How do I actually start
Well,
putting these strategies into action?
First, you need to choose the right processes to automate.
Okay.
Map out your workflows, identify any bottlenecks, figure out your inputs and outputs.
Okay.
Then make a plan.
So make a plan.
Next, make sure your team is on board.
All right.
If they are worried about job security,
Yeah.
this is a good time to emphasize that automation is here to free up their time.
Okay.
So they can focus on tasks that are more interesting.
More interesting.
And finally, be prepared to adjust as you go.
Okay.
Automation isn't a set it and forget it solution.
So it's like any other business strategy.
Exactly.
You need a clear plan. You need to get your team on board.
Right.
And you need to be willing to adapt
Yeah.
as you learn.
Precisely.
Okay.
And remember, there are tons of resources available to help you along the way, from online courses to automation consultants who can provide expert guidance.
Great advice.
Yeah.
So we've covered a lot of ground in this first part of our deep dive.
Yeah.
We've demystified automation.
We have.
Explored its benefits. And even addressed some of those common fears.
And we've just scratched the surface.
Right.
Yeah.
Part 2.
Okay.
We're going to dive even deeper
Right.
into the challenges of scaling with automation.
Okay.
Providing you with practical strategies
Yeah.
to overcome those hurdles
Uh-huh.
and set yourself up for success.
That's good.
Stay tuned.
I will.
Welcome back.
Hey.
We just sort of scratched the surface of automation
Right.
and what it can do for your business. Now we're going to get real
Okay.
and talk about the not so glamorous side,
Right.
the challenges you might bump into while trying to scale with automation.
It's important to remember that automation isn't a magic bullet. It's a powerful tool, but like any tool, it needs to be used correctly.
Okay, so let's get right into it.
All right.
What are some of the biggest roadblocks people face when trying to scale up their business using automation?
One of the most common challenges, and we touched on this briefly before, is change management.
Okay.
People naturally resist change, especially when it comes to their jobs.
Makes sense.
You know, our sources really emphasize that failing to prioritize change management can lead to some serious pushback.
Okay.
And even sabotage.
Yikes. That's not what we're aiming for.
No.
So how do you navigate those tricky waters and get your team on board?
Communication is key.
Oh, okay.
Being open and honest with your team about why you're implementing automation can go a long way.
So don't just spring it on them as a surprise.
Exactly. Explain your goals, address their concerns head on, and highlight how automation will ultimately benefit everyone.
Right.
Remember, it's not about replacing people.
Right.
It's about making their jobs more fulfilling by taking away the mundane tasks.
Okay, so communication is crucial.
It is.
But what about the nitty-gritty practical side of things?
Yeah.
What are some common pitfalls?
Well, one mistake people often make is trying to automate a process before they truly understand it themselves. Our sources emphasized the need to really map out your workflows, identify those bottlenecks, figure out what's going in and coming out at each step.
So you can't just automate chaos.
Exactly.
And expect everything to magically work out.
You're just going to end up with a faster mess.
Right.
It's like building a house on a shaky foundation.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah.
So we've got change management and process mapping.
Right.
What else should we be aware of?
Another big hurdle is investment and resource allocation. Automating effectively often means investing in the right tools and technology, and that can be a challenge.
I can imagine that's a tough pill to swallow.
Right.
You're already stretched thin.
Yeah.
And then you have to find more money to spend on this new technology.
It can be a balancing act.
Right.
But it's important to view automation as an investment, not just an expense. Think of it like purchasing new equipment. That will increase your efficiency and save you money in the long run.
So it's about shifting your perspective and thinking long term.
Yeah.
But once you've invested in these tools and set everything up, can you just sit back and let it run?
Not quite.
Okay.
Don't forget about maintenance and optimization. Automation isn't a set it and forget it solution. You need to be monitoring your systems and making adjustments to ensure everything is running smoothly and delivering the results you expect.
Okay, so there's an ongoing commitment involved.
There is.
Are there any strategies for staying on top of all that?
One really interesting idea from our sources is to create a centralized automation center of excellence.
Wow.
Think of it like a dedicated team that champions automation across your entire business. They can provide support and make sure your efforts are aligned with your big picture goals.
That makes a lot of sense.
Right.
It takes the pressure off individual teams and creates a more strategic approach.
Exactly. And this team can also be responsible for staying up to date on the latest advancements and best practices in automation. So you're not falling behind.
So we've talked about change management, understanding your processes, investing wisely, and ongoing optimization.
Right.
What else should people brace themselves for?
The only constant is change.
Right.
As your business grows and technology continues to evolve, your automation needs will change too. So it's really important to cultivate a sense of flexibility and adaptability.
So it's not about finding the perfect solution.
Exactly.
And sticking with it forever.
Nope.
You need to be prepared to pivot and adjust your strategy as you go.
It's a continuous journey. Which can be challenging. But also incredibly rewarding.
So even with all the best laid plans, there are bound to be bumps along the road.
There are.
How do you handle those unexpected challenges when they inevitably pop up?
Remember that no system is perfect. You're going to encounter setbacks, but it's all about using those challenges as opportunities to learn and improve. One of our sources gave a great example of a company that encountered a major system failure during their automation rollout.
Oh, no.
Instead of panicking, they used it as a learning experience, identified the weaknesses in their system, and came back even stronger.
Wow, that's a great example of turning a negative into a positive.
And remember, you don't have to figure it all out on your own. There are tons of resources available to help you along the way. The Automations Made Easy course, for example, is a great place to start. They actually walk you through real-time automation builds. Step by step.
So you can benefit from the experience of others.
Exactly.
Who have already navigated these challenges.
Absolutely.
Right.
It's about building a community of support and learning from each other's successes and failures.
So we've gone deep into the trenches.
We have.
Explored some of the major obstacles you might face when scaling with automation. And talked about strategies to overcome them.
We've covered a lot of ground.
We have.
But there's still so much to explore.
Right. In the final part of this deep dive, we're going to shift gears. And look ahead to what the future holds for automation and how it's going to shape the way we work and live.
Interesting.
Don't go anywhere. Welcome back.
Hi.
We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
Yeah.
From what automation even is, to the real world challenges that you might face as a business owner.
Right.
Now let's put on our futuristic goggles.
Okay.
And talk about what's on the horizon.
All right.
What's next for automation?
The future of automation is incredibly exciting.
No.
We're going to see technologies like machine learning and artificial intelligence become even more intertwined with the tools we use every day.
So it's not just about automating simple tasks anymore?
Not at all.
Wow.
Imagine systems that can analyze data, adapt to changing conditions, and even anticipate your needs before you even know them.
That sounds almost like science fiction.
It kind of is.
But what does this mean for people like me? Are we all going to be replaced by robots?
Not quite.
Okay, good.
One of the most interesting trends is the focus on what's called employee empowerment. The idea is to use automation not to replace humans, but to amplify our capabilities.
So it's about finding the right balance, right? Letting machines handle the routine stuff.
Right.
So humans can focus on the strategic thinking and creative problem solving that we excel at.
Exactly. It's all about creating a synergy between human intelligence and machine efficiency.
Okay, so instead of me spending hours analyzing data, I could have an AI-powered system do the heavy lifting, presenting me with key insights.
Exactly.
So I can make informed decisions.
There you go.
That would free up a lot of mental bandwidth.
It would.
For sure.
Yeah. I'm curious, though, where do you see this playing out?
I think
in the real world.
Honestly, I think every industry will be touched by automation in some way, but there are a few that are particularly ripe for disruption.
Like what?
Cybersecurity, for example, is becoming increasingly reliant on automation to stay ahead of sophisticated threats.
So like a digital guardian that never sleeps? And can analyze threats faster than any human could?
Exactly.
Wow.
And then you have healthcare. Where AI-powered diagnostics and robotic surgery are already making waves.
Wow.
Manufacturing, finance, transportation, you name it. Automation is going to change the game.
It's almost like we're on the cusp of the new industrial revolution. But instead of steam engines, it's driven by data and algorithms. It's exciting.
It is.
And a little bit daunting at the same time.
I agree.
How can we prepare for this rapidly evolving future?
One of the most important things is to cultivate a mindset of continuous learning. The skills that are in demand today might be obsolete tomorrow. So you need to be adaptable and always willing to learn new things.
So it's not about mastering a specific skill set, but about developing that ability to learn and evolve as the landscape changes. It's exactly.
Be curious, explore new technologies, and never stop pushing yourself to grow. That's great advice.
And remember, you don't have to go it alone. There are amazing resources out there. Like Automation's Made Easy course we mentioned earlier. They break down complex concepts into bite-sized pieces and even walk you through building your own automations.
And don't be afraid to experiment.
Absolutely.
Right.
The beauty of automation is that it allows you to try new things, see what works, and refine your approach as you go.
So it's all about embracing innovation.
It is.
And pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
Absolutely. The future of automation is not a predetermined path. It's something we're all creating together.
This has been an incredible deep dive.
It has been.
We've demystified automation.
We did it.
Explored its potential. And looked ahead to the exciting future it holds.
It is an exciting future.
Hopefully you're feeling inspired. And ready to start exploring how you can use automation to transform your business and your life.
You can find links to all the resources we've discussed in the show notes.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us.
My pleasure.
On the deep dive.
Yeah.
Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep automating.
I will.
Thanks for tuning in to the Small Business Accelerator podcast.
We really hope today's strategies help you grow your business without breaking the bank.
Don't forget to check the show notes for links to resources we've handpicked for small business success.
If you found value in today's episode, it would make our day if you subscribed to the podcast and left us a review.
You can find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
And stay tuned for our next episode. Next time, we'll reveal yet another game-changing strategy that's revolutionizing how small businesses on a shoestring budget take on giant corporations and accelerate their success.
Until then, keep accelerating your success.
This is Sarah Wilson.
And Roger Bryant, signing off.